The English phrases for inequalities are frequently used in statistics, especially when it comes to writing a problem statement or expressing a probability statement. They are frequently used. So for inequalities, there are 4 inequality symbols from left to right. The first one, we have a less than. So this one, we have a less than. This one is a greater than, so greater. And then the third one is less than or equal to. So this bar is equal, and then we have greater than or equal to. Let's take a look at the English phrases. The first row, we have less than, fewer than. That is easy, just a less than. So for example, -2 is less than 3, 10 is less than 20. Simple, straightforward. Same thing as the next one, greater than, more than. So it's greater than, so -3 is greater than -7, and then 5 is greater than 0. So how do you memorize the less than and greater than? So the method is very simple. Just imagine this: the greater than and the less than symbol, they just look like the mouth of an alligator or crocodile. So this hungry crocodile is always open up his mouth for the bigger fruit. So for 10 and 20, which one is bigger? So 20 is bigger, so that's why the alligator's mouth is facing the 20. 5 and 0, which quantity is bigger? 5, so that's why the alligator is facing the 5. What about equal? So for the equal, pay attention to this. Less than or equal to, no more than, at most. This word at most shows up in statistics all the time. At most is less than or equal to. 10 is less than or equal to 10. 5 is less than or equal to 5. Now you might ask me, hey, 5 is not less than 5. Why is the inequality true? The logic is for less than and equal to, as long as the less than or the equal to is satisfied, either or, then the inequality is satisfied. So for the 5 and 5 comparison, the equal is satisfied, so we don't need to worry about the less than. And the next one, -2 is less than or equal to -2. Or I can do one more for you, so you can write a -7 is less than or equal to 7. So that is true. What about greater than or equal to? There are other words like no less than and at least. So how do you interpret the no less than? The no less than, so you draw the less than first, right? And then you put a no in front of it, so no less than means you have to reverse the direction to a greater than. What about the equal? No less than, the no less than means no less than, right? You don't want to include the less than, so you use the greater than and the equal, which is the same as the opposite of less than. The opposite of less than is greater than or equal. You have to include the equal. So the phrase that they use in statistics is the at least. So when it comes to at least, you know the equality symbol is always greater than or equal to. You have at least 2 cars in your household. So that means you have 2 or more cars in your household. You have at most 2 cars in your household. That means the maximum is 2. So let's make another example. You have at most 5 computers at home. That means the maximum is 5. It can be 5 or any number less than 5. If you say you have at least 5 computers at home, that means the minimum is 5. It can be any number greater than 5. But when it comes to at most and at least, you have to take care of the equal. So let's take a look at the inequality. 15 is greater than or equal to -2. So the greater than is satisfied. Then we don't need to worry about the equal. 10 is greater than or equal to 10. The 10 is already satisfied. The equal is already satisfied. Then you don't need to worry about the greater than. -5 is greater than or equal to -5. The equal is satisfied. Then we don't need to worry about the greater than. All right. So let's practice this inequality symbol. So determine the correct inequality symbol. So the first pair that I have is 3.22 and 3.202. So the 3 and the 3, they are the same, but we are trying to compare the 22 and the 20. Which one is bigger? 22, right? So we use a greater than. 4.5 and 4.5. So this one you can use a greater than. Oh, you cannot use equal. Greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. Either one is okay. And then 10.3 and 13.0, of course, 13 is bigger. And then the pairs on the right, 76 positive is always greater than negative. And then 1.5, what is 1.5? So 1 divided by 5 is equals to 0.2. So they are equal. You can use greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. And then the 1 divided by 4 is a quarter, right? 0.25. So 0.25 is greater than the 0.2, right? So that's why the 1/4 is bigger. And then what about this? What is 2e negative 5? So the e means 2 times base 10 raised to the negative 5th power. That means you have to move the decimal point 5 steps to the left. So that generates 5 zeros on the left hand side of 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you put a decimal point right here. This versus 0.02, and the answer is very clear. 0.02 is much bigger. This one is negative 6 times 10 to the negative 3. So that is 0.006. I forgot the negative. So you move the decimal point 1, 2, 3, 3 steps to the left. And then in comparison, this side is bigger. And then what about the next one? The next one, this is a 0.5, right? This is a 0.3333, and then the 0.5 is bigger. Alright, so that is the end of this lesson. If you think my instruction is helpful, let me know in the comment below. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. Appreciate your help as always. I'll see you all in the next lesson. Signing off for now.